Truth Unveiled here, and today I want to talk with you about robots and the real agenda behind them. Because I don't know if you've been paying attention, but there's been a lot of conditioning with getting us ready for robots. And just look at this CNN article why your next hotel will be staffed by robots because reality is stranger than fiction. You're the one living in a fantasy unless you wake up now. And what you're about to see is that mainstream media is finally starting to reveal to us robots. But what they're not revealing is the real agenda behind them, which I will uncover right now. But it says, here's a robot receptionist, and I'm not going to even say the name, but it says, created by engineers at Toshiba, made a recent appearance in Berlin. She speaks 19 languages, and as she's found of telling random strangers, is a Gemini. Very interesting indeed. But it goes on to say, in a science fiction future, we'll arrive at the hotel in our driverless taxi, check in at the reception desk staffed by androids, then follow the robot porter as it carries our bags to our room. Except, of course, this is already science fact, and I'm going to tell you the agenda behind this. Robots are already working in some hotels, including one in Sasebo, Japan, is staffed entirely by machines, including one bizarrely resembling a what? A dinosaur? I've even done posts about dinosaurs and about what they're doing with dinosaurs. If you have not seen it, please do, because I'm telling you, this goes much deeper than you think it does. But it goes on to say, but that's just how things roll in high-tech Japan, right? Wrong. Nope, robots are now making an appearance in hotels around the plane, and more are on their way. In a Marriott hotel in Ghent, Belgium, a diminutive humanoid robot named Mario has been working since June 2015. He welcomes guests in 19 languages and guards the buffet. A similar device, this one powered by IBM's human-mimicking Watson computer, has just taken up a concierge position at a Hilton McLean hotel in Virginia. And then last year, Royal Caribbean installed cocktail making machine robot bartenders on several of its cruise ships. What is going on here? Why are they getting this ready? Not only that, but a couple years ago on the TV show Jeopardy, they even had a robot on the show. What are they getting ready for? But it says gimmicks, yes, but their developers promise they're getting more sophisticated by the month. Mario will soon learn how to order taxis. Not only that, but they'll also learn the art of martial arts, or should I say martial law, because that is what they're getting these robots ready for. That's why you're seeing so many robots in conditioning. Believe me, this goes much deeper than just, oh, the robots are coming to steal your jobs and you're going to lose your jobs. No, this goes much deeper than that, and I'm going to tell you the real agenda behind them in just a minute. How does this relate to the New World Order? How does this relate to cyborgs? How does this relate to martial law? You are about to find out in just a second. Because remember, what do they do before they actually do this stuff? They reveal it to us for the first time. And mind you, they've been working on this stuff long before. They had already been working with the fallen angels to even execute this stuff. Now they're finally telling us what they want us to believe, whether you want to believe it or not. But it says, according to The Guardian, Rise of the Robots will harm the earth as well as humans. Did you hear that? Rise of the Robots will harm the earth as well as humans. You mean martial law and spying as well? Because these robots will also be programmed to do what? Spy on us just like the NSA. It's nothing different. Nothing new is under the sun. But let's it says, your article worrying about a near future in which robots have displaced humans for many jobs fails to worry about the environmental collateral damage from any such displacement. I'm a robot. I'm also a lawyer, a nurse, a waiter, and a teacher in focus. The rise of the robots is a problem, not just because of the immediate human cost, but because robots are fantastically energy hungry and thus accelerate the unsustainable, insupportable damage we are doing to Earth. Notice how it says sustainable. Where else have I seen the word sustainable? Oh, you mean sustainable development at the UN, United Nations Agenda 2030, sustainable development. Oh, we need to increase sustainability for everyone, because that's the false piece they're going to keep giving us. Problem, reaction, solution. Cause the problem by making these robots, make it so that they cause all this destruction with cyborgs and also for martial law, and then offer the solution of, oh, increased security, martial law, more troops, and even other things such as drones and military drones as well. This goes much deeper than you think. And preparation for martial law. That's all they're for. But it says insupportable damage we're doing to Earth. Moore's law, which says that the number of transistors on a microprocessor chip will double every couple years, is about to run into the buffers. Within 5 years, the working parts of computers will become so small that they start to become vulnerable to quantum instabilities. Thus, continuing to increase the computing power of robots is going to require much more energy in the future. Notice how they're saying much more energy. What does that sound like? Energy taxes, carbon taxes. This all plays a role. The climate change, global warming lie. Oh, in order to fight off global warming and the so-called threat, oh, robots will help. But will they really? Because I'm telling you, it's all an agenda for the new world order. But it goes on to talk about the motifs of all this and the robots and what's most alarming about this is that people have no idea that they're conditioning your mind and getting you ready for the new world order. They want you to think that, oh yeah, robots are so cool. Oh yeah, we can be with robots. But not only are they going to take your job, but they're also going to help fulfill the plans and purposes of martial law, of locking you into these FEMA camps and making sure you don't get out, and spying on you wherever single place you go. Why should so-called humans, if they're even really human, because some of them are cloned, why should they even watch after you and spy on you when they can just have robots and drones doing it? Because that is what they're doing. Not only that, but it's been proven that our government, and according to DHS officials, are even preparing for civil unrest. They are preparing for war. And what are they going to use to help so-called fight off this threat, to help with the crisis that they're creating? Oh, send in the robots, send in the cyborgs, send in the drones, send in the military. Martial law. The technology is here, folks. The technology has always been here. They're just keeping it hidden from you, and they're conditioning your mind to make you think that, oh, it's all brand new. Oh, it's all brand new. No, this stuff has been going on for a long time. They even had this technology since the days of Noah. Oh, but we've been asleep. Not for long, though. If only you knew how deep this went, if only you knew the bigger deceptions behind this and how this relates to the bigger deception, which is the so-called alien invasion. If only you knew what was about to come, if you already don't, because I'm telling you, this goes much deeper than you think. But this report, it says Google robot is the end of manual labor. And it goes on to say from CNBC, Boston Dynamics' new Atlas robot is a game changer, not just for companies, but for society. Insider.com CEO Jason Calacanis said Wednesday, I wonder who his boss is. This is really the end of manual labor. When you watch this video, he's walking through the snow. He's wobbly, but he gets back up, the tech investor told CNBC Squawk Alley. And here's the video right here. This shows an actual robot walking through the snow. What are they getting ready for? What are they going to use these robots for? But it says the manual labor is going to end in our lifetime. And in this video, you can see how close we really are, because they're very close. It's only a matter of time. It's a huge societal issue with jobs, but it's going to be a huge lift in terms of efficiency of companies that nobody expected. The Alphabet-owned robotics company released a video on Tuesday of the Atlas in which it moves boxes and gets back up after being knocked down. The better question is, why do we need to be replaced with robots to begin with? Aren't humans good enough? Can't humans do this stuff? What's the purpose? What's the point? Remember, there's always an agenda behind everything. Please keep that in your mind. It says it's super eerie. In 10 years, the idea is going to be, would you let this robot put your kids to bed? Would you let it change your kid's diaper? Why would that become the idea of people in general? Why would you want a robot in your house to begin with when that robot could be spying on everything you do? And why would you want a robot to put your children to bed? Wouldn't you want to put your children to bed? There's something very eerie about this and very suspicious. Remember, an agenda behind everything. It says that's how fast this is going to advance. It's picking up packages right now. These things are going to be walking down the street 10 to 15 years from now. If that's not disturbing anybody else, then I don't know what is. Delivering pizzas. They're going to be in your office moving packages around. And see, they try to make it sound like a good thing, and they try to pacify the sleeping public to make it sound like, oh yeah, they get to move around packages. Oh, they can take my job. I don't have to do as much work. Hello, if they do that, then you're not going to have a job. Hello, if they do that, then guess who's going to be in control? Not you. You won't even be in control of how you think because they'll already have robots doing it. I hope you're seeing the agenda and how this relates to world control and world domination. If not, I honestly don't know what to tell you. Remember mental conditioning, remember mind control, because this is a post from the Washington Post and this just came out a couple of days ago, and it says, get ready for robots to become part of the family because they want you to get used to this. They want you to make it seem acceptable. They want this to be a good thing. They're painting it and giving you the illusion that it's a good thing, but we know the bigger deception that's about to come. And it says a robotic fish swims in a tank at a demonstration at Amazon's Mars conference in Palm Springs, California. It says for decades, robots have won the affection of humans in pop culture, whether it was R2-D2 in Star Wars or Rosie the Robot in the Jetsons. Notice how they've already programmed your mind to making you think it's acceptable through these Hollywood films, just like they're programming your mind to accept aliens through other Hollywood films. Wow, nothing new is under the sun. Nothing has changed. Just like with the alien deception, this too is a bigger deception. It says, but as popular as these machines have been on screen, we haven't seen similar robots enter our everyday lives. Not yet. Now that appears on the verge of changing as the technology sector increasingly invests in robotics. Why? Funding to private robotics companies doubled in 2015 to reach a record of high of 587 million US dollars, according to CB Insights. And it says they were the dominant theme at a conference that Amazon.com held. And then it talks about why they're trying to convince us that robots are okay. And they're also using authors to do it as well through different books. It's nothing new. What are they trying to do? New World Order. And Amazon's pushing this agenda, as well as Amazon Echo. By the way, it's been proven that Amazon Echo spies on you. Oh, but they're not going to tell you that, will they? And other Fortune 500 companies, the elite. Why are the only attendees that include this are elitists? Who? The so-called globalists. Who? The people who want the agenda fulfilled of the New World Order. Because what they're not telling you is that it can spy on people. It'll take your job for sure. And they'll be the ones in control, world control. You thought the military was bad. You thought the foreign troops for martial law was bad. And by the way, they're still planning and training that with Jade Helm and other military exercises. Now they're just going to call in robots to do it and cyborgs to do it. If you don't think that they have machines programmed for robots to work a gun, I suggest you think again. But hopefully you can see the agenda for what it really is and see that this is some real stuff going on, folks. This is not a joke, and this should not be taken lightly because this is real serious stuff. Please seek Yahuwah and his true son Yahusha because time is running out. I'm telling you, it's getting closer and closer to the New World Order. But hopefully you're woke to this. This is Truth Unveiled here saying, Shalom.